Women are noticing that their men are crossing the borders to find happiness, romance, or even just somebody to have a good time, hang out with. I come to Brazil, I sit down at the table, I order food. Young lady places a drink in front of me, opens my straw, puts it in my glass, and I'm chilling. Doesn't make her less of a woman, doesn't make me more of a man. It's just that we have different roles in life, and she knows hers, and I know mine.
Several years ago, I read an article from Essence magazine in regards to African-American men going to Brazil.
Been a number of articles since the Essence story.
The article was not pleasant at all. It was quite negative.
The article is racially motivated, and to me it's just another attack on the black man.
I feel in conversating with other guys who have adventured here, you should come here and experience what she has to offer Brazil.
People that write the article saying that they don't understand why we come to this place or any other place are biased because they've never experienced it.
Every black man should come down one time before you be put in this earth to see how this culture treats you. It's heaven.
You don't want to come down to Rio. I said, because if you do, you're going to come back thinking, how can I get rid of her? You know, and I just said, that's, I can't put it to you. I said, if you married and you love your wife and you're satisfied, I said, don't come here.
You're looking for cheap sex with pretty girls. I think to a certain extent you're almost like a predator.
They are nothing but lies, and they should not have been accepted by the black women. That article is to bridge the gap between you, and that's the reason that article came by.
It's not an issue until the black man starts doing it.
I agree.
Without hearing any of the evidence, without actually doing any kind of review, the allegation is made, orders of protections are issued. Daddy then has a very strong uphill battle to get back on the playing field.
So he called me and cursed me out and saying that they taking da-da-da-da out of my check, how you think I'm supposed to live and all that. And afterwards, I said to myself, thank you. Now I know that a check is coming.
I was gonna call him and say, hey, your license are suspended. But I considered all I was struggling and going through during those months. He wasn't paying and he thought it was cool. So I said, nah, I'm gonna let him find out when he find out. So he did find out and he did go to jail.
A lot of these guys who are being labeled deadbeat have been turned into a deadbeat dad by the system.
Overwhelming majority of these parents are not deadbeat, they're dead broke.
I'm mad not because of a ruling. I am mad because my rights have been stripped from me.
She got mad at things not related, but okay, I got you. Now you want to see it, let's go to court and get the paperwork done.
Whoever walks away with the kid and the money, you win. Whoever loses, they're mad as hell and they're not done with it.
There are women who think, you know, he wouldn't be a bad touch. And if I get pregnant, then he's not going to leave me.
It's not right. I'm not the father, and I've proved it.
If you don't pay the child support you owe, we will garnish your wages, take away your driver's license, track you across state lines, and if necessary, make you work off what you owe.
When you date a woman and she may be a potential wife, it's a competition thing all the way. I can't take it no more.
They feel propped up because they feel more beholden to the government. And then their man comes second. That's why they figure that they're strong, independent, don't need no man because they have the government.
Because the men are failing us, to be honest. Guys thinking about themselves and they'll think about you after you react.
You don't hear anything about being good wives and all this other stuff. What you hear is you're strong and you independent. You can do it on your own. You got black girl magic, black girl rock, but you ain't said nothing about black family.
My mother is like what they consider to be the strong black woman. I feel like I projected that onto the guys that I dated.
Ladies have no idea how stiff their competition really is. You have no clue how black men are viewed in the rest of the world. We are the #1 most sexually desired man on the face of this planet.
They would call Jesus Dusty if he was here living in America because of the gross narcissism that a lot of our women have.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Black Man's Option After Show, radio, whatever you want to call it. Tonight is a celebration for us. We're here to celebrate our beloved Coach Al Greeze and his recent appearance on Jason Whitlock's Fearless, and to discuss the topics that were discussed on the Whitlock Show. Now, for us, we already know how we've been moving for over a decade. And it was long overdue that Al Greeze got his just desserts. And when I say that, what I mean is Al Greeze was the only one that ever really sat down and took a stand to say something about what was going on with black men traveling to Brazil. And the hit piece that was written by 2006 Essence article, Blame It on Rio. Now, we're not here to throw shade at anybody. We're just here to set the record straight. And we want to give Al Greeze his props on being one of the progenitors of this current passport bro movement. I know a lot of brothers, they talk about, oh yeah, I've been traveling for so long. I was traveling in the military way before this thing was done. And that's true. I myself traveled when I was in the military. My first time leaving the country was 1991. I went to Panama. But at the same time, I wasn't aware of the things that were going on between black men and black women in our relationships regarding people or black men leaving to find better options. So you have to give credit where credit is due. You have to know where you came from to know where you're going. You have to know who are the people that paved the way for you. Because if you don't, you'll fail to make adjustments and changes and make the same mistakes that they made. Excuse me there, I got a little something in my throat. So we just here to set the record straight tonight. The article came out in 2006, Blame It on Rio, black men going to Brazil. And in 2011, Al Greeze was the one that had the balls to stand up and say, no, this is not it. And he put it on the square. He put his own money up and he made Frustrated. And that opened the door for Charles Tyler. Charles Tyler was so inspired by what Al Greeze made that he started this group here, the Black Man's Option, in 2014. And if you haven't heard the story about how Charles ran behind Coach, we call him Coach, and let him know that he had so many people, so many followers, so many others that he had inspired from his work, to let Coach Greeze know that he was appreciated. And from there, it's history. We've been looking around these YouTube streets, and every time you hear somebody talk about Passport Bros now, it's Al Greeze and Charles Tyler. If you didn't know who they are, well, you know it now. And tonight is a night for a celebration for us, because Al Greeze is getting his just due. The Black Men's Option is getting their just due. Charles Tyler, our founder, is getting his just due. Because before you had any of these other groups, Charles was the one that was going into the favelas. Charles was the one that was traveling to Brazil to show you different aspects of the country. Charles was the one that was putting it on the line while you were still sitting up, hiding, ducking, peeking, talking about, I'm going to travel, but I'm scared because I don't want nobody to know. Charles didn't do that. He put it on the wood. He had trolls. He had naysayers. But you know what? He stuck to what he believed in. And if Charles would have still been alive today, Charles would be the leader of the Passport Bro movement. Now, you can say what you want, but I'm going to tell you what I know. Know your history, learn from the OGs, and give respect where respect is due. That being said, I'm going to bring on our panel members tonight. Now, of course, everybody here is BMO, and we all have love because we are a brotherhood. We are the network group that travels, and we don't just talk about it. We do what we say we do. I'm not throwing any rocks, but I damn sure ain't hiding my hands either. So, without further ado, let me introduce you to tonight's panel's guest. First and foremost, my man from the Oakland area. We call him Runway Negro. My brother from another mother, G-Dub. G, what's up,
Prez? How you doing?
What's good? What's good?
What's going on, brother?
All right, man. Hold on for a second. Let me get the other people going.
Okay.
My new partner in crime, he goes by the name of Strongard. Christopher, as some people like to call him. Please go over there and check out his channels. Like, subscribe, and share to his content. A man over there doing the Lord's work. We over there tag teaming it up. We like the Rock Roll Express or the Road Warriors on Saturday night. We getting it in. Without further ado, bring on my man Chris Strongard.
Yo, what's up? What's up? Tap in.
Chris, what's up, baby?
What's up,
What's
G?
up?
What's happening? What's up?
Next to the list, the chocolate lover like no other. The man with the plan. My man, Mocha Man, Steve Brown.
What it do? What's going on, everybody?
Hey, what's up, Mocha?
What's happening?
And last but not least, this man needs no introduction. I've been talking about him for the last 15 minutes. He brought you Frustrated 1, 2, and 3. And he's fresh off his recent appearance of Jason Whitlock's Fearless Show. In our ranks, we call him Coach. And he is the heart and soul of BMO. Without further ado, please give a warm welcome for Coach Al Greeze.
Now,
Coach Greeze.
Oh,
You. Camp.
yeah. Hey, please allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Greeze. Good evening,
That's
brother,
right.
man. Good evening, brother. And listen, man, being on here with you guys, because you was there. All you guys supported me when I was getting this out the mud, and to be on here, man, and celebrate and see where we're going, man. I got joy right now, man. This is what it's all about. This brotherhood right here. Because you guys seen the struggle, you guys seen the support. When I came and asked for a few dollars to help me out with Frustrated 2, and can you come on, jump on Frustrated 3? It was you guys. It was you guys that, hey, Greeze, what you need? Yeah, I got you, or whatever, man. So I appreciate that, man. So as Greeze go, Al Greeze feels, so BMO go, man, and you guys helped me get there, man. So I appreciate all you guys, man. One love.
Yeah, man, Coach. Hey, you know how we do, man. It's a brotherhood over here. We're the network group that travels, and we don't talk the talk. We walk the walk.
Well, that's the huge difference. That's a huge difference.
Yes.
So, and I listen to guys like these guys be on on YouTube and they doing their thing, man. And a lot of them, Greeze, hop on. Yo, just talking. What's the game plan? You call me coach for a reason. I got a game plan. What's the plan?
That's right.
That's right.
What's after this? Are we just here to just talk? So when I come on, when we do the shows, we come on together. We got a game plan. We got structure. We got leadership. We hitting out in April. We got a game plan. Yo, this is the next step. This is what we doing. I'm more action person. So
right.
And, we could talk about it all day. What's they say as far as in the medical industry, the money is not in the cure. The money ain't in the cure. It's
in the research.
Right. And research and keep you on pills and all that shit. Well, we have the cure. We have the cure. You frustrated? Come here. Just come here. Sign up. We're gonna get you on the field. Don't worry about it, because trips is constantly going. You got your paperwork. You got, these are prerequisite stuff that you need. You got your passport. First and foremost, you got some issues, we help you. We help you with that. You got that? Okay, here's the game plan. You don't know how to do this? This is how you do that. This is what I love. This is what I love to do.
Yeah. And that's exactly what, we've been trying to get brothers to see that, going back and forth with people that aren't traveling or have their different opinions about what the quote unquote passport bros are doing, like, that's really none of your business. But at the same time, it's bad energy. Why are you continuing to argue with people that don't care about you? They don't understand the process. They don't want to talk about solutions. So we have the solution. The solution here is go down to your post office, fill out that application, go over there and get your picture taken. Don't wear a white t-shirt. Put it in. Get your application, submit it. Make sure that the lady don't throw it away at the post office, because I've been hearing rumors about that. When it come back in the mail, then you go and you look up BMO. You looking for a group trip, and you like, yo, you don't know how to move? Come with us, and we'll show you how to move. And in doing that, you also discover like-minded brothers that want to do things that you want to do too.
Wow. So they're doing them like the ballots. When you go to the post office and hand in your application, they doing them like the election ballots and shit. Catching your shit in the garbage. You know how you beat that? When dudes ask me, I send them out to the suburbs. Hey, go out to the suburbs. Go out to the suburbs, and you got to see who's behind the counter. You take it. You can take it out. You want to see who behind the counter. So when you submit your application, they just take it as mail and process to be able to do their job. You don't get the look back glaring at you like, why you need your passport? Oh, you look like you part of. Look like you part of. Your shit is trash.
Passport, bro.
Passport, bro. Who you been talking to? Let me see your paperwork and all that shit. Hey. Go out. Listen, go out to the suburbs. Just go out to the burbs. And, a little bit more professional there, and they'll just take your shit and just process it. And you got your fees, you got your money, shit. Here we go, and that's how you beat that. But damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah, I know, right?
Trash.
You sitting there checking the mailbox and shit. God damn, what happened? I know I paid up on that child support. What's going on? I gotta go call in and shit.
You start getting nervous. You know, like, did I miss something?
Yeah, something's still going on out there. I ain't heard nothing back yet. Shit.
So let's talk about this Jason Whitlock Fearless and what prompted Mr. Whitlock's interest in the Passport Bro movement.
Well, first and foremost, I want to say this, man. I want to thank Jason for having me on his platform. You get a huge platform, you got a huge following, man. So I appreciate, and that was Passport Bro was a little bit out of his context of what he does on his podcast, on his show. So I have respect for him for the fact that him and his team, when they wanted to learn about Passport Bro, they just didn't jump on the hottest thing that was moving.
Right.
Was moving out like, okay, grab this guy or grab this guy randomly, just grab somebody off of YouTube who they thought that was the hottest thing going. I respect them because they stopped and did research. They said, wait a minute, this is Passport Bro movement going on. Where did it start? How did it start? Let's find out from the beginning. So I respect them for that. And when you look up at the Bible, if you go look up at the Bible of the movement, frustrated gonna pop up. It's just in the algorithm. It's just gonna pop up. You know, it's like you're not gonna read the Bible and not see Jesus' name pop up in the Bible. So, so they did that, and they reached out to me and said, "Hey, listen, man, we want to learn about the Passport Bro movement, and your name popped up, and I like the way he titled it. And I don't need nobody to validate what I'm doing." Because this and you brothers do it, but the fact that they reached out and titled it "The Godfather of the Movement," this is the dude. So he was like, "We heard you, the dude." I said, "You correct." You
correct. Yeah. You put in work. We got the patents.
Yeah. Right. I had to hit him with that mystical. You know what I mean? I was like, somebody say you looking for me? Here I go.
Here I go.
So they was like, okay, you the guy. So, but it happened, it just happened so quick. It went from, emailing and then getting a response at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then boom, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, let's go.
Yeah. It was less than 48 hours, right?
No, less than 24 hours.
Oh, wow.
It was less than 24 hours. It was recorded Friday. It was Saturday, but we did the thing that Friday. So they reached out. I got the email. I emailed them maybe about 10 o'clock that night. I emailed them back. That's a support system, man. One of the brothers in the group, Jay, saw it, and he's like, "Greeze, are you aware that these guys looking for you?" And boom, and then I got the email, and then that morning, I got the email like 8 o'clock in the morning. So let me go jump in the shower. I respond later, but shit, my phone was ringing. I was like, "Damn, what's going on?" And it was them. They were like, "Yo, you ready? You ready? You ready?" Shit, I stay ready. I ain't got to get ready. I stay ready.
My bags is packed. I'm ready to go.
But here I need to jump on something. They were like, "Oh man, we're gonna do it this way." It's like, "Oh shit, yeah, I'm ready. 1 o'clock. Shit, let's go." But I respect the fact that they reached back and they wanted to know the history of it and not just the flash that was going on. They wanted to go back to the history, and in doing so, Frustrated gonna pop up, and they watched the thing, so they was intrigued about it, and so we kind of gave them a history lesson, which I thought we were gonna jump on the train that was leaving in 223, but they wanted to go back and get a history of it. So hopefully I was able to give it I gave an accurate account because I'm the one that did it, but hope I didn't leave anything out, but you gave an account how that started and how the movement started. Yeah.
No, Coach, you did an excellent job. And like I said, it's so many guys that just, what I'm saying, when Charles passed away, there was just a big hole that was left there. And, other people fill that hole, that void. But at the same time, like you said in the interview, a lot of people came out of Black Men's Option. Charles inspired a lot of people to do their own thing now on YouTube. And there's nothing, what I'm saying? He was pivotal in this.
Oh, he was huge. He was huge. He was a visionary. And
that's why we call him Harry Tubman, right?
Yeah.
He saw the blueprint and said, "You know what? I can do more with this. and let me do this here. You know, he took advantage of, at that time, Facebook was popping and put it together and got guys coming out. And once again, like I said, I'm always indebted to Charles, brother, my good brother Charles, man, because he did the same thing. Once he got the vehicle up and running, he went back and said, let me go find Greeze. Greeze, and you know, I always tell the story, man, what I was going through. I don't want to rehash that, but what I was going through, as far as financially at that time and trying to secure the product. And, you know, this guy, Charles Tyler, keep you know, nigging at my heels and shit. Like, who is this dude? What do you want from me? You know, and, you know, hey, man, you got a check? And you calling me? You got the check or something? But, you know, he said, I got something better than a check. I got something better than that. And that's what intrigued. What, you got something better than a check? I got something better than that. Just, can you just hop on with me? Just hop on with me. And I got something for you. And I was like, well, shit, let's go. And like you did, he came in, welcome to the Charles Tyler show, where YouTube was in its infancy and, you know, used other means, but he was still getting the message out. And, He, you know, he deserved his flowers as well. And a lot of guys knew that, because when you go back, and one thing about this YouTube, once you put something up out there, it stays there.
It stays there.
It stays there.
Yep.
So you can see when he threw his first beach party and had maybe 6-7 people just show up, but those 6-7 people were there to pick his brain. They were there. Mm-hmm. You can see the guys out there. Hey, Charles, I see you got this group moving, and how you do this and how you do that. And then they kind of, like I call it the tree. Frustrated is a tree, but this is the fruit from that.
From them tree,
From that tree. Black Man's Option and other groups came out off of that, or came off of that tree. But the biggest fruit that it bared off that tree was BMO.
Yeah, that's your coaching tree.
That's the
coaching tree.
That's that, you know, Charles Taylor in the Hall of Fame. He's in the Hall of Fame coach. They came off of that tree. So then other guys ventured off, but you know, I respect that the fact that they wanted the history of it and went back, man, and you know, just let me speak to Al Greeze and I, you know, gave an accurate account of how the movement took off.
Yeah. Like I said, you did an excellent job up there. And, you know, it's just funny because, you know, we've been talking amongst ourselves about what's been going on the past 3 weeks to the past month and stuff, is whereas black men are starting to be a lot more vocal because of the incident that happened with the young man in Brazil. That was a catalyst for where we're at now. And it seems like we've been picking up more and more eyes because of what's been going on with that. And, you know, it has escalated. There have been some shots fired. There have been some bombs dropped, and some other people have picked the ball up and ran with it. But at the same time, nothing is getting solved. You know, we're here to talk about solutions. And I think one of the big things with us is that we have a solution. Here you see brothers that are part of the solution. Only thing we're doing is we're here to show, hey, you don't have to continue to go back and forth. You know, if you don't understand the process, we're here to help you. If you're scared to travel outside the country by yourself, then come on a group network event and we'll show you how to move. You know, different things like that. But us going back and forth with ABWs talking about who's right and who's wrong, we're beyond that. We've moved past that. And I think a lot of black men are starting to say that we're done. You
know what I see is the biggest issue, and a lot of guys find a way to capitalize off of it.
Yes,
they just found a way to capitalize off of it, and you know, you want to grow it, and you want to sit back and go back and forth, and they see that's the way to make money off of it. I don't knock anybody who wants to make a living for themselves, but is that really solving the problem? No, it's not. And I said previously before, when I was on a panel with American women, and you guys are this. Listen. I can't speak for everybody. I'm gonna speak for myself. I love you enough to let you go. I love you enough to let you go. I love you enough not to battle with you on a constant basis. Like Gerald said, that we fight like hyenas and lions. Okay, and still not getting anywhere. But I love you enough to let you go. Okay, I love you enough to stop competing with you, and I go where women compete for me. So I'm not.
Ooh, ouch.
Yeah, I'm a coach for a reason. I got the game. I'm not competing.
That was a slap across the face right there.
Yeah, that's called fact.
Hold on. Say that again for the shorts, coach.
Look, I love you enough to let you go. I love you enough to let you go. I love you enough to stop competing with you. Excuse me. I love you enough to stop competing with you. I love myself enough to go where women compete for me.
There it is, and there it is.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's it. That's it, and
Now,
that's what we're.
And look, all of us are looking at memories of when that happened for us. I see Strong. He got a nice memory in his head. You know?
How do you know me so well? That's exactly what I was thinking about. I
was thinking the same thing.
I
you
was
know,
on
like
the beach right now, just like, yeah.
Copacabana. I remember that. You know?
And what it is that guys that sit there and complain, still want to be a part of the movement, complaining and all that stuff, going back and forth. Y'all can do that, but once you experience that, you get out of that fight. What am I fighting over here for? What I could go over here, and oh my goodness, yeah.
Coach, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Let's illustrate more on like the newbies. My biggest thrill when we go do these trips, it be the new guys. And when you and I was in Vintage Down, the new rookies was there, and it seems like they had like this emotional release. You see them somewhere standing by themselves, looking out in that beautiful scenery, and they had this epiphany within themselves, man. That's the biggest thrill for me, when they realize that this is literally what we say it is, the option.
How many times we see even that view up there, which is at nighttime, is breathtaking.
Yes, $1 million view.
When you see them young guys first time out, and like I said, it got younger. So you started getting guys in their 20s, their 23s, and the Thundercats, and Mo coming out, and young cats, and brothers like Chris. You start seeing the younger, and when they was introduced to that, you see like you said, the emotional breakdown, and they start crying. We had guys that had tears in their eyes. It's like, I didn't know this kind of shit existed in the world. Because America is good at advertising and letting you know they the end all, the be all. If you want to make it anywhere in life in the world, you got to be here in America. And this is it. And then guys are finding out, wait a minute, that's not true. But you got to understand that advertising machine, And when guys come out and you see it, we go on tours, walking to the street, man. Guys start crying, and you got to hold them up. And grown men like, hey, man, you gonna be all right, man. You gonna be all right.
It's gonna be all right, bro. It's gonna be all right.
Right.
We laugh and joke, but we had to set up kind of like a little hotline on that ride back to the airport. That shit's like walking the Green Mile. Walking by, you go across that bridge. Pull over and drop your ass off at the airport. Guys start making real life decisions. You see them sitting there making real life decisions. And I've seen guys who wasn't a part of the group and going back to the airport, and you see them sitting at the airport by themselves, with their hands, their head in their hands and trying to make life decisions. And when they get back home and they'll see me and go, yo, you Greeze, right? Yeah, you all right, man? You all right? Let me get you some water before you get on this.
Yo. So Greeze, you mentioned that. So okay. So let me ask everybody that's on the panel. When did you have your moment? Chris, let me start with you. When did you have your moment? I mean, you've been to Brazil multiple times, it's nothing like the first time.
Oh man. Sheesh. I mean, I think for me it was like when I was in the Hilton, because when I first came down, I came down for my birthday, and I wanted to treat myself. So I was in the Hilton, and it's a couple of moments where it hit me that I was like really here. So, one of the first things was when I was in the hotel and I was looking out over my view, which I think I have that image posted on my Instagram somewhere where I could just see the water. I could see the whole entire Copacabana. I could see the bend all the way back down and around damn near Ipanema from where I was at. And I'm just looking at the view and I'm just taking it in. Because I had been through so much to get to that point, to just be there first. And that's me and then I was just taking it in. The second thing was when my contact was hitting me up talking about, hey, bro, come on down to the beach. And I'm talking about, no, man, I'm tired. I just got off the flight. He was like, hey, bro, tell you something. The sun goes down at about 5 because everything gets casted in the shade. It starts to get a little chilly, and the ladies start to leave the beach. So if you want to come on down, I'm just letting you know. and I'm just like, all right, let me go down here and see what this is about. I'm trying to tell you, not but 10 minutes from me crossing the road to start walking down the beachway. And then they was just talking to me. They just talking to me, and they found out I was American. I'm chopping up a little Portuguese I got, and I'm just like, oh snap, like, hey, what's happening? Just the reaction, and they coming like touching you. I was like, whoa. I was like, all right, this is okay. Like, I could get used to this. And then I'm going down to where I was gonna go at, which was down by where Help used to be, because I was walking from the Hilton down by Help.
Yeah, that's a long
I had
walk.
to walk.
Oh
It
yeah.
It
That
was
was
a
a
walk.
hike.
So that was a hike. So I finally got down there, and I got a spot from, I think, our guy Marcos. He got me a seat. I sat down, and then I just met a chick, and we just started cooling, like. And then just to react, one of the things was just kind of like, I'm sitting here talking to somebody, you know what I mean? And I kind of just learned the language, we're communicating, and then we could share each other's like music and stuff. To me, that was one of the big things, where like she knew our music. I had been studying up on their music, and we was just gelling. And I think just like one of the nights, me and her went out to eat, and I'm sitting here eating, and it's like Copacabana at nighttime, and we're at what was the name? It's one of the little restaurants right there up on the sand. It was It was the other one. It was I think it starts with an E. One of them. It was one of those. And we're sitting there, and I'm just listening. And this is what was different. We're out to eat, and you can see up in the beach at night. You got the sand, the water. It's nighttime. It's beautiful. You can see the lights going all the way around. And the Brazilian people are just laughing and dancing and live music. And it was such a different experience from anything I had ever experienced. I was just like, what is this place? I just was like, what? The people, everybody's happy? I'm like, is it a holiday? She's like, no, holiday's this weekend. I'm like, what? Like, I'm just trying to the way they party, the way they get down. I've never seen some of the most homeless, happiest people. Because there's some homeless folks be there, but they be the happiest homeless folks. They be dancing in the street and just smiling and just and then when we left the spot, she did one of the most mature things I've ever seen. That let me know I was definitely not in the States. She wanted to box up our meal, so I just was like, oh, I guess she want to take it home so she can have a little something to eat. So then we walking, we got the little box, and then we walking, and then as we crossed the street and we walking, she gave everything we didn't need to a homeless family that she knew that was right there in the middle between the Hilton. I think it's Princess Avenida, the name of that street right there, Princess, I think Isabel, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Where the statue is. Isabella, where the statue is.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
She gave the whole entire box plate to the homeless people, and I just was like, oh my God. I was just like, what? This is something else, because it really drives home that whole thing about Brazilians have a lot of pride about being Brazilian. Even the homeless people, they don't get looked over and ignored. They're just like, no, they're on hard times. They still sing and dance with them and give them food. And I just was like, what? I'm like, yo, this is something else out here, man. This is something different, bro. So, and then the slow ride back to GIG, like that first time going home, like I pretty much brain dumped it for the most part, but you get a little, you know what I'm saying? You get a little like a little something hit you in the chest on the way back to GIG. You like, because the way they set you up is you got to walk that long hallway to go back to where you are. Because remember, when you're coming in, it's like everything's right in your face. It's like, oh snap, I'm here.
Yeah.
But when it's just you in that cold terminal, and you just like, oh, this sucks. And then you in that you got to walk them long hallways by yourself late at night. You just like.
Walking the Green Mile, boss.
Walking the Green Mile. You just like, I can turn around right now. What if I didn't catch this flight home? Like, how bad would it be really? Like,
man,
those are the moments, man, for real. Those are the moments, dog. Like, sheesh, man.
Hey, I understand. Now, G, I know you got a separate story because when you came down, you were in a situation. Can you elaborate on that situation?
Well, actually, you're a part of it. Actually, we were in Vincendown. we were at the party in Vincendown, and the young lady. I mean, me and you, we cool in the cuts, and we got called out because we were, I guess we were just too leisure and wasn't messing with the guests. Yeah. So we didn't pay no mind to that. We just moved out the way, and the girl that was the girl came up to me, and it kind of shocked me because it was like, okay, I get it in the States, but it wasn't like the way she did it. It was so feminine. It was so like she snuck up on me where you had to hit me and like, hey man, she checking you out. I was like, what? She doing what? And man, you remember that night? And I was like, man, she about to fall off this ledge. She's about 30 feet down below, man. She about to get towed up.
Yeah.
But man, but what hit me then was because we had the second part of our first time going to Salvador. And she basically told me, look, I'm gonna wait for you. I thought it was bullshit because Coach was giving us y'all missing it. Y'all in y'all hotel room and we out here partying. So that got it for me. Like, damn man, this is crazy, man. All these beautiful women, and they were just friendly. Me and her struck up. I hung out with her most of the time, and like when I was in my apartment, she wouldn't let me do nothing. It was like, everybody's used to doing their own thing. Man, she got the clothes together, and I was right down the hall from Mocha. Me and Mocha did a double date that Sunday. Yeah. So it was. I think that was the epiphany for me. And another thing is when I thought I suffered, like in America, when black men suffer, we internalize it. We don't really say anything. We may tell our best partner or one of our family members, but we don't really let things out because I thought I was the only one suffering like this. Like, man, pull your boots up. Don't even act like no little bitch. That's how life is. Nigga, just move on.
Right.
But when I sat and talked to all the fellas and we had similar situations, that was like, this is more pandemic than what it really is, and we never really had an outlet. So we were like each other's bridges, man. And so we want those other bridges to come in. We are that refuge, man. And that's what I love about our group, because a guy can come on in and he'll have that look on his face like, I thought I was the only one suffering like this. And it was like, no, man, we've been where you've been.
Yeah, definitely. And we're here to console and heal, because there are a lot of brothers out there that are suffering. Mogul man, I know you got something that you want to say. I know you got your moment. Go ahead, hit us with it.
I mean, you talk about moments, man. I mean, the thing about it is there are so many moments. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to like sift and say, well, which was the most significant. But what I will say, I remember my first trip, 2015, right? Beach party with Charles. And I just recall there was a time at the time, if you guys remember, they were talking about the Zika virus.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And I was like, I asked people, about the Zika virus, and they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. What is that? Nobody knew what it was. And I started remembering hearing about stories and things happening overseas. I mean, back in the United States. And at one point I realized, you know what? I haven't even thought about the States. I don't give a fuck what's going on in the States right now.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and you know what? That's cool. I don't care. I don't have any stress. And I was like, wait a minute. I don't feel no stress. I mean, you got to understand that no stress is a feeling for a black man. You live in America, it's like it's a target on your back 24/7. To come to the realization that, you know what, I don't have anything really to worry about. And I don't feel no stress at all. That, it was just kind of an epiphany. When that happened, I was like, okay, I got to figure out how to make a lifestyle out of this. I can go on there are other moments, but I mean, that was like for me, the most significant. I was just like, you know what? I'm not feeling no stress right now.
I feel you, Mocha. I feel you.
Yeah. And that right there, though, what you said, bro, I think that's one of the biggest things that a lot of men, they come back with, is collectively, we all have this mentality. And it's the one thing that hits. See, because first you have the moment, and then after the moment, you have one founding moment that goes after that. And it says, what do I have to do in order to maintain this? That's when a different gear that you didn't know you had starts turning. Yep. And you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah. And I'll tell you when that happened.
Go ahead.
And I'll tell you when that happened. We're hanging out at headquarters. Y'all know what headquarters is.
Yeah. GB's, baby.
No, down the road. Down the road.
Yeah. We know what headquarters is.
Right.
That's the practice field. We was at the practice
That's the headquarters. They call it the bubble in college.
I'm in the headquarters, and this was 2015, so this was before the Olympics, because they added all those lights on Atlantica. Mm-hmm. At that time, it was dark. It was just a light every however many yards or whatever. It was dark, but I just remember sitting there, and I'm like, man, I gotta make a lifestyle out of this. What do I gotta do? How much money I gotta make? What I gotta, And then I also remember, you know what? I'm 45, and I have never had this much fun in my life, ever. Certainly as an adult. I was like, man, I got to do this. I don't care what I got to do, how hard I got to work. It doesn't matter. Everything I thought I was going to do, everything I thought that was important to me, didn't mean shit in that moment. That's I got more, but that's another big one. The amount of fun that I was
motivation.
hanging
that's
out
called
with
motivation.
The camaraderie. Like in America, brothers are kind of on edge, and you kind of mean mugging each other. What's up with this dude, man?
You watch
none of that overseas. I mean, the way we hang out, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we are all brothers, even if we don't know each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's in such a way that you don't experience that in the States, but when you're overseas, the camaraderie is lit. And
that's crazy you say that, Mocha. It's crazy you say that, because you know how if you're not in our group, me and Mocha is famous for going at each other, and it's real comical.
Yeah, it is.
Right? But there was
yeah, we're kind of famous.
we got some legends. We got some legendary get backs. One in particular is when we was going to the Tiger and we was in Thailand, and the young rookies didn't know how we got down. And one of them thought we were serious. That was hilarious to me, but it's just more of a brotherly thing.
You got that dude? First time I was like, damn, they hate each other. Like, yo, they about to scrap. What's up? Like,
no.
David Williams. Like, oh shit. Oh snap! Like, does he hate him? Does he hate him?
Yeah.
Like,
no, but you got to understand something, Chris. Me and Mocha Man are California brothers, man. So I'm Northern California, he's Southern, and there's a big rivalry there.
Yeah,
man.
I get
giant.
Yeah. Well, I know nothing of such rivalry, so I just stay out of it. But it's good.
I know
it's good
the
to watch.
You try to ref it though. You try to referee press, but you let us run. You let us run.
Yeah,
man.
Coach. So I know you know.
Listen. I got a good one. I got a good one for you.
Okay, yeah, because I want to hear this. Hold on, let me get my sips on my.
Let me make sure.
My first trip out there, man, I bought track shoes. I was out there to run. I bought my track shoes with me, get that cardio. I was getting cardio with. And first trip, I couldn't wait to leave because I was exhausted. Physically, I was exhausted. I couldn't wait to leave. And I got on the plane. I went to sleep, got on the phone, called my man up, like, yo, you got to come out here with me. And we came out. The second trip, I brought my man from high school, my ball playing friend, man. I brought him out there with me. And he went somewhere to the store, grabbed some food, and we were relaxing. He ran across a chick. She met a chick, and he was like, yo, what I do, man? At that time, the phone, you didn't have WhatsApp and all that stuff. So we went down. I went down to try to help him out, and he was like, yo, this the chick. I'm like, okay. And she looked at me and she started staring, and she said, I got my cousin. I got a cousin. I'm gonna call my cousin to come out and meet you. Is that okay? I said, yeah, that's cool. So they went to have lunch at me and Pataka, and at that time, I was fooling with John Thompson. He had the little phones he would give you, so we could communicate with them little bullshit phones. So he said, yo, Shorty got a cousin down here. Yo, you need to get down here. There's some dudes from California out here. You know what I mean? And they own her and shit. I said, I'm like, they don't give a fuck. But he was like, man, Greeze, you need to come out here. Get down. I strolled out. I go down there. I go down to be at Pawtucket. At that time, I was on my runway shit, like runway nigga. I was on my runway shit. That time, I thought I had to be fresh to death.
Right.
Fresh to death and shit. What's going on? I see him sit. I see my man at the table. I see these California dudes and shit around him. So I pull up and shit, and they look up at me. This is no frustrated, no nothing going on. So I pull up, and I'm like, yo, what's up? You know, I see them circling her and shit. I'm like, yo, so what's up? And the girl came up. She gave me a hug, gave me a kiss. As a matter of fact, we still cool to this day. Her cousin, and she's like, yo, this is my cousin right here. I ain't gonna say her name, but she told me her cousin's name. I was like, yo, how you doing? So the California dude started grilling me. They were grilling me and shit. They were deep. He was like, yo, so what's up, man? Where you from? I was like, I'm from New York. So and he was like, yo, I'm out here celebrating my birthday. We got a birthday gig and shit. I'd like to invite you to my birthday. Is that all right? I said, yeah, shit, that's cool. So he was like, so what's up with you and Shorty? I was like, yo, shit. My cousin then, brought me down here to introduce me to her. And he was like, oh, you don't know her? I was like, nah, I don't know. He was like, well, shit, move. So he kind of like, took the chair, took the chair and shit, and scooted up right next to it. He was looking at her and shit. And I swear to God, she looked at him and shit, and this is what she said. She looked at him dead in his face. She turned around. She said, look here, I ain't no killer, but don't push me. I was like, oh shit. She looked at dead in his eyes. So he got up. When she told him that shit, I ain't no killer, but don't push me. He got up and he was like, yo, New York, that's you. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Hey, that's one. That sounds like one of them Southern California cats, man. I'm gonna just keep it real. She got up. He got up, and I sat down and shit. So had a little lunch, and so she was like, "Yo, what's up with the night?" I was like, "Well, shit, we can go over here to the club and shit." Went to the club, had a good time, had my fisherman, Lacoste hats, all this shit. And look at you.
Yeah. I was runaway dick, bro. I was pre-runaway dick, bro. And I said the next day, so what's up? And she was gorgeous too, man. And I said, well, let's go have lunch. Let's go over here and meet. She's like, meet where? I said, we can hit one of the restaurants. She was like, shit, I can cook. We don't need to you don't need to be spending money on this shit. Come on, take me to the grocery store. I was like, for real? I got the little cart and shit. And she grabbed the cart. She was moving around and got some chicken and all this shit. I was like, oh shit, this is what's up. And got me, you said, you drink beer? I said, get that Heineken. Threw some Heineken in. And her cousin came and she was cooking they were going to cook for me and my man. So we was in the apartment and shit. Turned the TV on. They gave us, brought the beers out for us and shit, set the table, cooked, we ate, had a good time. Make a long story short, I was like, yo, I'm ready for something new. I'm ready to move off of Shorty. And my man was in love. My man was chilling with her cousin, and they had bounced, and she was like, yo, where your man at? So my man was like, yo, he's still up in there. He up in the apartment. So I hear banging on the door and shit. So I think it's him. He forgot his key. So I go to the door, open it up. She's standing there. I was like, oh, shit. What's up? She was like, shit, what's up with you? I was like, well, shit, I'm just chilling. Well, she said, well, we chilling together then. It came in this lady.
Right. Yeah. Hey, they ain't got no problem with choosing, though.
Yeah, so I was like, man, listen.
Ain't no guessing games.
I was dressed. I said I was chilling, but I had shit on because I was trying to hit something else. And she was like, yeah, we chilling together. I was like, well, no, you're going to have to bounce. Like, I ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. You about to get up out of here. Like,
right.
I ain't going nowhere. And stepped to me right there. She came right in my face and said, I ain't going nowhere. I was like, I thought this shit was going to turn violent. I was like, oh, shit. And she just grabbed me and, this BMO is. She grabbed me, started kissing on me and shit. And I was like, yo, you need to chill. She's like, nah, I want you, and I'm going to have you.
Damn.
You just got Rasputin.
No.
Long story short,
I like it. I want you.
I want you.
Right. She was like, yo, I want you. And make a long story short, I was like, hey, listen, I'm I'm going to the store. What you want? Some ice cream or so? We in here. We ain't going nowhere. You want some ice cream? You need to get some snacks up. But we ain't going nowhere. I need to get some more water because I'm gonna juice up and get out of this shit, man. So we chilled for the rest of that time, man. She treated me like king. And when I broke out, came back to the States, I was at work and shit, man, and she got I don't know if I gave it to her. She had my number. I get this weird number on my phone. And I was like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is this? Look like a bill collector or something. I answered the phone. I'm like, hello? All I heard was, baby, what's the matter? You don't love me no more? And I was like, yo, shit. Yo, shit. She was like, baby, what's the matter? And next thing I know, I was like, hey, man, listen. I went to my boss. Like, listen, I don't feel good, man. I don't know how long I'm gonna be out. I don't know how long. This shit, bronchitis and shit in my chest. I'm gonna be a flight. I was fucking back out there, and that's when I started seeing the difference when I came back to the States and the women I was dealing with. But Shorty was a bad Shorty, and she put the full court press on me, and she was like, "Yo, you married? You got babies?" I was like, "Nah, well, I'm a wife. I'm gonna give you some babies and all that." I was like, whoa. Wow, you know what? We still on social media. We still connect, and she married a dude, and I see that she work hard. They work together. They bought a house, and she's in the States. She got married to this dude, and they bought a house. And she showed her little jobs and shit she do to help him out, and she was like, "Yo, we started a little business today." I was like, "Oh shit, that's what's up, man." And I work, my man work. I work in the garage. We getting this shit going on, popping off. She was a good chick, cool chick.
Man, yeah, and you know what? That's what it's about, man. It's funny that you
Now hold on, E, we can hear your story, E. I wait.
Thank you.
You said you see here how he just tried to skip over that shit.
We done went through the whole Bible. Now it's time to hit Revelation.
Hold on. Now look at. Well, for me, my story is a little different because in 2017, I didn't really meet up with y'all until the beach party. Right. I saw Charles online. Matter of fact, he was on O'Shea's show, O'Shea and Obsidian, and he talked about the beach party. And me personally, I had just come out of something, a situation where I was in what I thought a relationship with a young lady, and then when I wanted to take it to the next level, that young lady told me she had options. So yeah. So I backed off of that. A couple months later, she come down to visit me unannounced, and we had a good weekend together. There's some pushing and shoving that went on. And 6 weeks later, she showed up engaged. So I'm confused. I'm confused. And, because I was looking for that family structure. My mother and father were married for 51 years before my father passed. And that's what I was looking for. And I couldn't find it here in the States. So when I found Charles, I was looking for something. And when I found Charles, I said, I'm going to Brazil. I didn't know anything about the other activities. I didn't even know about black jet setters. All I knew is I'm just going to get on a flight and I'm going to go to Brazil. And I'm going to go show up at this beach party. So I got to Brazil and, I was there a couple of days by myself, but I did some tours. And just being in Brazil, going to Santa Teresa, going to Christ the Redeemer, and seeing the cathedral and all the other stuff, the stairs and stuff, I could just feel the tension leaving my body. So that Friday, when I met everybody at the beach party, that was my first time meeting everybody. Everybody had already been kicking it with Charles and all of y'all that week. So that was my first time meeting you. And I experienced that brotherhood. Me, L.A. Wright, and Shane was at the table. And that's when Ralphie gave me the interview, and we were all out there. And then we proceeded to go to the favela party. So at that point in time, I experienced the brotherhood. And I'm like, these are like-minded brothers that understand what it is and what I'm going through. Like Gerald said earlier, But it wasn't until I came back and I had that bunda.
Hey, there it is.
It was just a woman. I have a particular type, and it just hit me. And when it hits you, it takes over because I know what I want. I know what I like. And man, let me tell you, just being down there around her, like I didn't know how to act because I thought something was wrong with me because this woman was very beautiful. She would have been a 9 on any scale in the States. And she didn't think that she was attractive at all because of, the other stuff that was going on. And I was just, dude, I was sprung. She did all the things that you said, Coach. They want to be nurturing, that they want to know about your life and all the other stuff. And I'm like, yo, that's I just wasn't used to it. I wasn't used to it, and it really took over me emotionally because of what you have to experience in the States and the trauma, which you don't realize that you undergo until you leave and go someplace else.
Yeah.
Right.
And when,
Prayers, you look at the females when they treat you like that, like when they fold your clothes, even when me and one of the Thundercats left the Vigidal party early, she's feeding me at headquarters. We take her to headquarters and she's feeding me food like it's very sexual and feminine, and I didn't know how to take it. You know what I mean? It was a shock.
But a lot of black men don't know how to take it. And for me, when I went back to that, I walked that Green Mile, man, bro, I was hurt. I was hurt because I had to leave and I knew I had to come back. But I also knew that I had to come back to Brazil, and that's when I started planning. I got to go 3 times a year. I got to get out of the country. And the more that I went, the more that I understood that I got to figure out how to leave here because being in the States is not good for my health. Being around masculine women is not good for my health. I don't want to fight with my woman. I want us to build and work together. And being with another woman from another country heals me. And it's healed other brothers too because we've seen it. We've seen BMO brother member P, the stuff that he's gone through, and the change in him. We've seen other brothers that come back and they say, "Man, I didn't even know all this stuff existed." The guys that have cried the card, guys that crying at the party, guys that it's an emotional release that black men have been holding on for so long. And when you leave and go someplace else, you find out that, hey, I am not crazy. There is beautiful black women that are feminine, fit, cooking food, and doing all kind of something strange for a piece of change, and gonna love your shitty drawers. And the crazy thing about all of it is that we are very accommodating. They paint this picture. Oh, you going down there to deal with these dirty foots and all the other stuff. Like we gonna go down there and we putting shackles on their feet and tying them to the bed. And it's like, all right, have our babies. Like that's not it at all. Dr. Neil Turner wrote a book about African American women and African American men, Afro Brazilian women, and he talks about the melding of the two and how well they work together. And I see guys that go through that process. I'm like, dude, you have to get out of the matrix because it heals you mentally and emotionally, and in some cases financially, because you don't have to deal with that child support or that alimony.
If you can avoid that from the beginning.
Yes, if you avoid that from the beginning.
Because I ain't had nobody, I come back here and get me a pack of ramen noodles and shit. Stack up. I had nobody else, eating, pinching off my check. When I got my check in, whatever Uncle Sam gonna get his, but after that, the rest is mine. And I didn't have to worry about anybody else nibbling off of that shit, or I got these obligations and shit that's gonna stifle me from moving around. So once I realized that, I was like, well, shit, I can go. And once the brotherhood came about, I was like, wait a minute now. I don't have to go solo. I can go with the brothers and shit. Because every time we go out, it's a new adventure. Something going to go down.
Somebody going to get a nickname. Somebody going to do something.
Somebody going to mess up a play.
Yeah. They're going to be holding. Flag going to be thrown.
Holding.
Outside. The game and shit, but we won't stop holding.
Yeah.
And, I had to explain to the GM because he tried to get me for hold last time. I said, shit, if you know what I do, you hold that motherfucker too.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
I accept the
Talk
penalty.
about it,
You
Coach.
gotta hold. You gotta hold.
You can hold that motherfucker too. Goddamn it, I ain't on the field. You can't flag me for holding. Goddamn, I call the plays. Goddamn.
But see, a lot of these females in the U.S. want to look at these women like they in the hills wearing sacks and no shoes, but they don't know these females got other hustles. They're very industrial. You know what I'm saying? So they may be out partying with you, but they be going to school. They may have a hustle on the side. They may be selling clothes. So they doing a whole lot more than you and still keeping their femininity. So what are you talking? And what gets me is you ladies don't have no receipts. You've never been there. And the females that we've seen down there has been humbled in a big way.
But you see,
don't get no play.
But you know what? When you see them when they come out there, you see how they stand out. Because people have confused me for being Brazilian, for being a Brazilian man. When you out there, they don't know until they hear you speak. When they come out there, you spot them right away. They loud. They loud.
Looking like this.
Yeah. The energy is off. You see the masculine energy they give it. They loud. They stand out right away. You can look and be like, "Oh shit,
yeah,
American."
Yeah,
and I told the story, man. Chris, you remember the building me and you both were staying in? That building we were staying together. They had the restaurant downstairs, and I went to go grab some food, some dinner, and I saw them two American chicks, and that girl looked at us and said, "Girl, we gotta get our shit together." And I slid.
I remember that.
Coach Al out here. You know, I heard your little comment. What's up? Did they try to retract from that shit? And but I heard a lot of the clips. He looked at us. She's like, "Girl," because you know they wasn't fit, wasn't friendly at all. And and they go out there. You know, the Brazilian men don't accept that shit. You know who I deal with? You come out here with that kind of energy and that tone, you know, and they operate off that, you know, that machismo. They'll smack you in the face and shit. You get out of line.
Hey, look, them American women are some of the loneliest creatures when they get down there, man. We even went to dinner and it was about 6 of them. Mocha Man was there in the press, and Bobby Digital, you know, Mr. I got everything you need, gave us this card. And man, we come up there, we waiting in line, and a lot of them was just like looking at us crazy until they seated us first. They walked us past the line, and we walked in first, and they came in 10 minutes later. Then we overheard the conversation but they looked at us like, man, we was about to take their purses in the middle of the line, man. Didn't know they was American until we sat down. And they were they were actually from Atlanta, and they were professional women, but they looked so damn lonely, man. Brazil is not for y'all.
They lost. I saw some up at the club over there, and they had their little VIP section, and they were just just standing. They wasn't even dancing to the music or nothing. And I said, yeah, them some American chicks right there. It just slid right on in. The Brazilian girls were there party. They were just standing there with their drinks, with their arms folded. Yeah, hey, have a good night. Good luck to you.
Mean mugging.
No obrigado. No obrigado.
No obrigado, man.
When I left the club, I had my little baby with me. I just looked at
Você fala português? No.
Você fala? Você fala? Não fala. Eu não falo inglês.
Yeah, that's it. You saw them up there, they just child.
Não fala inglês.
That foot was gone. He was gone, man.
Like, nah, I don't speak English. Don't come my way. I don't speak English.
You know, we all pass for Brazilians. You be out there, they don't know until they hear you speak. So when you come out here, no follow English. No follow English. And just keep it moving.
Yeah. DJ, what's good, man?
What up, DJ?
Yo, BMO brothers, what's up with y'all, man? How y'all doing?
What's up, brother? We good, DJ.
Man. Good to see you.
What you want to say, man?
Likewise, guys.
Doors of the church was open.
I jumped in, man. Say what now?
I said, go ahead. The doors of the church are open.
Doors of the church is open.
Oh, the church is open now, man. Yeah. Guys, y'all just talking about it, man. There's so many. You're talking about memories. There's so many going with BMO, man. But like I was saying, I just said it in the chat. A BMO brotherhood, a trip ain't the same unless Gerald and Mocha Man going at it. Them joints is just epic, man.
Them just funny.
Bruh.
I enjoyed myself, man.
Hey DJ, did you listen last week? G used a big word last week. Discretion.
Was it a 3-syllable word?
Discretion.
Oh my God, man! You know, I look forward. I look forward to that banter, man. I do, man.
Bruh. So be honest with you, that's one of the reasons you were just asking that question, E. That when do you know you're in Brazil? It's not only about just being there in the beaches but it's the brotherhood, man. And when I see those two guys going at it, and I see how we pretty much fellowship, dog, that's another thing that just helps take the stress off of everything that we holding up inside stateside, bro. I'm missing it right now. Right now, I'd almost buy both of y'all plane ticket, meet y'all in Brazil just to see y'all go at it one more time.
Hey DJ, they asked
What's up, man?
when did we get our when did we know we was there and we was emotional about Brazil. I was there when you had your epiphany. Do you remember?
I think it was at the party. It was up on the rooftop party, maybe.
Nope, when you first seen the beach, because you came on a Thailand trip, but this was your first Brazil trip, and we was coming from headquarters, and you had on your Brooklyn jersey, that white one.
Yeah, I remember now, man.
When you hit that boulevard, and you seen those bricks, those palm trees, and that beach, you looked at me with the most sincere look and says, "I'm finally here, G." I knew you shared that. That was a special moment for me, bro, because I knew you came. You came. It was other moments, but that was the first one.
Bro, that was. I mean, I'm happy you brought it back because I almost forgot that feeling. Because once I got back stateside, that's something that you just got to compartmentalize. Big word, G. Compartmentalize for one time. And
he ain't gonna remember.
I just had to hold it in, man. But I do remember that moment, man. And I remember too when I was around you guys, I froze. For a spit because we were walking down Avenue Atlantica toward Lemmy.
Yeah.
And I had to catch up with y'all because I just froze watching the beach and everything else. I wasn't walking at the same pace y'all were. Oh. It was overwhelming, man. It really was.
Yeah.
Damn.
That was a special moment for me because as a veteran, I look forward to those type of things, Definitely.
Man. Another moment on that beach walk that I realized I had something special and I was proud to be with BMO. Dang, I can't remember the brother's name right now, but we met him up in Thailand right quick. He wasn't able to go on that trip, and as a matter of fact, he had a couple of health issues. Was he from St. Louis? I'm sorry, what's his name? The name escapes me. But what we did, which was such strong and showed me how strong we are as BMO, we FaceTimed him on the beach. It was me, you, D'Angelo, a couple other brothers. We just FaceTimed.
That you know who that was? That was the mayor's. That was the mayor's young dude, brother. That we called him. Right. Actually, the press called him the Concrete Rose.
Yeah,
because when he first got there, he's from Chicago. He was very standoffish, and the press was like, just give him some time, man. He ain't never been around brothers like us, man. And after 4 or 5 days, man, that rose turned into petals, and he even came and confessed, man, I ain't never did nothing like this. Those are the moments that we love, bro. And he couldn't make it because he had went through something, and we took up a collection for him, and he couldn't make it. But it was you, me, Jesus Cleats, the mayor. And we FaceTime. Only the guys know who Jesus Cleats is, man. That's another nickname.
No, man. But just to see that brother's face from the phone, you could see even though what he was going through, it was just a relief on his face, and seeing how much we cared to do that for him. That was another moment that just touched me big time, man. I was just like, I'm in the right spot. I'm in the right spot with the right people. Yeah.
Yeah. He was having a little trouble with
Demetrius?
Christmas.
Is his name
Yes.
Demetrius?
I think so. That is his name.
Demetrius.
Yeah.
I remember Demetrius. He came down with the mayor.
He go by Rio. Call him
Rio, exactly.
Yeah. He go by Rio. Yeah. He doing it.
Yeah, man.
Rio's doing great now. He's doing great now.
Yeah,
But,
man. He's bossing up right now.
Yeah, man.
So,
God bless.
So it's good that we're talking about the experiences that we're having, not only individually but as a collective, and it lends to what we want to talk about. What we're talking about tonight is that Black men are clapping back per se. They're having a voice. They're telling everybody how they feel, and they're letting everybody know that they're not going to take it anymore. They're not going to continue to be the scapegoat. They're not going to continue to be the ones that are frowned upon, labeled, and whatnot. And brothers are clapping back, and in various ways. And Coach, like you said, Passport Bro are free agents that have decided to leave the matrix. Where the Black man's option, we're organized, we're more structured. We have an admin team, we have facilities, we have mentorship, we have things that are going to help brothers go through and cope with the things that they have been experiencing in the matrix. I mean, we actually care. We sit down and pick up the phone. And one thing that
no, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, and one thing that I hear repeatedly about people that talk about Charles was that they picked up the phone and talked to Charles. Charles would talk to them at any time. He'd pick up the phone. He was there, and they were thankful and appreciative for him being that person, because he truly cared about the health and the prosperity of Black men, and he wanted to do everything he could to get men out of the matrix.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, I support their movement because what are they doing as far as getting out? I applaud anybody that tell any Black man, get the hell out of here.
Yes.
Get the hell out of here. Go travel, go abroad, go overseas. I support it. I support it 100%. But the biggest contrast between being a free agent and belonging on the team, somebody who care about you. Because I remember when I went through my bout with COVID, and I was down, and the first time I came back on, did a live with you guys, man. All you guys came on and supported and hit me, yo, when you need, you all right, you good, you good, you good, you good. And that was huge. That was huge for me, knowing that you have brothers that actually care about you and that you can pop on and you all right, you need something, you good, everything good, okay, you're gonna make it. You're gonna make it, and not, yo, man, I can't fool with this dude, man. If you need $20, well, I'm gonna get my $20 back. You know what I mean?
Right. This brother's contagious, man. I'm not the best of him. He's contagious.
We've been out, man, and sit down when the bill come in from, we sit down, eat, man. Dudes just throw here's my bread, and not get the calculator out on the phone like, okay, I had this.
Hell no, none of that.
We ain't gonna never do that.
Nah, man. How much is the bill? Yo, this my piece. Y'all figure out the rest. I see dudes like, yo, how much is that? That's $500. Yo, here's $300. I only had this, but here's $300. Yo, $200. I work out the rest of me out, man. So that's what it's all about. That's true brotherhood. Yep. These guys travel alone, and they get it. It's easy to pick them off because they're by themselves. They're easy to pick off. And I remember I was talking to G, and G told me, you text me in the group, Greeze, you got an army behind you. So when I go out there and talk about shit, you think you go just attack Greeze, you got to deal with E, you got to deal with G, you got to deal with Chris, you got to deal with D, you got to deal with Mo Better Brown, you got more other guys in the group that's going to come at you. So I know I'm going out there, I'm not alone.
Yeah, hey, but Coach, Brown will call the police on you if you got warrants.
Shit, listen, at Brown's age, that's what you're supposed to do. Right. Tell them, listen, at my age, I ain't going to fight you. I'm damn sure I ain't going to fight you. Man. I learned that from Brown. At my age, I ain't going to fight you. Although 911.
Brown will call the police. That's why I'm with Brown. When the trouble started, he rolled out, man. I'm right with Brown. He right on his phone. Yeah, they're in there, and the guy's wearing a crown and a globe.
Listen, that's my cop out. They're like, Grease, you snitching. That was both better. I was with him.
He's not black like them.
Yeah. He's proud to go on the stand. He there 30 minutes early.
Hey, well, man, hey, Bo better be volunteering information. Like, yo, we didn't even ask you for that. I just in case you need it. I got it in my phone.
Yeah. He walked up to the police and let them know what's going on. That one over there and that one there.
Man, see,
Yo.
bro.
There's a lot of Negroes out here.
For all the people that are watching, this is just a taste of what you get when you come on a BMO event. And like I said, I know, some guys, they like to do the solo thing, but man, being by yourself and you can move certain ways, that's one thing. But if something happens to you and you don't have a POC, or you don't have somebody to take you to the hospital, or you don't have insurance, or you don't have any of the things that you need, or that we provide when you in a group, you're gonna be in a world of hurt. And it's happened before. It's happened before.
I'm a testimony to it. I'm a testament to it.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. But as far as what we're talking about tonight, is an example of what we offer here at BMO. And if you haven't had a chance, go join the Facebook group. Follow us on Instagram, and we popping over there on TikTok. Man, bruh, woo! I ain't even gonna talk about that South African Nash video, but we gonna save that for another. We gonna save that for another radio call. But seriously though, black men in 2023, black men are no longer gonna be the whipping block for whatever ills is in the community. And we support the Passport Bro movement. We just move a different way at the black man's option.
Yeah.
And like Coach said, we're all for anybody that's getting the hell out of here, because we're pro black men.
Yeah.
Heterosexual pro black men.
That's important you state that.
Yeah. Let me.
That's very important.
There ain't no Georgia plums over here.
No.
And we ain't part of the lollipop gang. So let me just make things very clear. So, but at the same time, men are not going to continue to be verbally abused, physically abused, emotionally abused. Men are going to walk away. They're going to vote with their feet. They're going to vote with their wallet, and they're going to vote with their seed.
Or financially.
Yeah.
Financially.
So when you make that point, when you get to that point in your life and you need direction, where to go, then you need to come to BMO, because we got you.
Listen, before you get here, one of the prerequisites, a big word, SAT word.
Take notes, Williams.
You got to get that passport. You got to get that passport. That put you ahead of the line, man. So when you come in, you ready to go. Coach, I can give you the game plan, and you ready to go. And and that's the action that's being taken. Brothers are going to get their passport, and they see that. And really, you can let your actions speak for you. I can let my actions speak for me. When you go get that passport and they see what you're about, you letting your actions speak for you, and not get bogged down in useless dialogue of why you like this and you like that. Like I said, I love you enough to leave you alone. I love you enough to leave you alone. So we good. We good.
Yeah, and Chris, I mean, you traveled solo before, and then you travel with the group, so you can give your difference. The experience that you had between solo travel versus traveling with BMO. I mean,
Well, I mean, for me, the experience was definitely it was different, definitely, because my first time going down, like I said, I went down there and I bought a tour guide package that came with the hotel I was staying at. So I got to see Christ Redeemer, and I got to go see the stairs, and I got to go to different spots. But I had no idea about headquarters. I had no idea about the different spots. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea about the spots. So I just was like, oh, damn. I was like, all right, okay, I get it. Because, you know what I mean? And, but being there by myself, it's just like, like you'll see some things and you'll kind of hang out. But, it's not really gonna, you'll experience it and it's gonna be dope, but it's a different experience when you have brothers that's with you, that's been there, that can show you different spots, they can talk about their experiences, things that they've done, different places that they have been, giving you information about certain things. Had it not been for y'all, I never would have known about what's the name? Obi-Wan, Obi.
Yeah,
The
Obi.
tours and everything, taking
Shout out
us
to
up.
Obi. Shout
Shout
out
out
to
to
all the
Obi.
brothers.
You know what I mean? So shout out to him. Like so many different things that was like kind of like right in front of my face that I never really would have seen had I not been a part of the group. I mean, just moving as brothers as a collective. And the biggest thing is that rock star treatment. Like when we go to spots and we go to clubs, we shut it down. You know what I mean? Like we go up in there, we like 20 deep, everybody fresh to death. When we went to the game, oh my! When we went to the Flamengo game, you showed it last time. That was so lit. You know what I'm saying? We got in there VIP, blacked out. You know what I'm saying? Representing BMO. Everybody had their hats on, jerseys on, and we went in there and everybody was looking at us like, who are these guys? Who are these guys?
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that celebrity treatment is something that I'm trying to tell you. Like when you walk in certain places and people get out your way just because y'all are coming through, it's something that's just like when you can feel the energy moving around you, you know what I'm saying? Because you are the cause and you're going into a spot and everybody's kind of watching you. Like, I mean, I hate to say it, sometimes, some brothers, females may not be as loyal as they think they are because we call eyes looking in certain directions. I think everybody remembers we go up in the spot, reckless eyeballing, reckless eyeballing, trying to come up in there and look, try to be all cute. But I guess I don't know. See, I hope that wasn't her man. I hope that wasn't her brother. But she come up in there and all of a sudden she throwing her hair around, looking around the corner, trying to check us out. And I told y'all she was watching, and then she was at the top of the walkway, came back in, peeking over the corner. He just like, bro, I hope that's not your girl, bro, because it was an open season. I just was like,
it was about to be a bad night.
Chris, I remember, man.
That's what we call a turnover.
DJ remember.
Yeah, exactly, Coach. We call that a turnover.
That's a turnover. We just on the field, we get turnovers.
Scoop and score, baby. Scoop and score. Now, Chris, I remember that you was yelling out. You were saying, "You better hold on to her hand."
Yeah, you remember that? That's right. Because we were standing there, and we was at the game, and then they came in and they walked past us, and then they sat down below us, and then she was like breaking her neck, looking over, trying to see what was going on, and then all of a sudden, old boy, he was trying not to look, he's trying to hold frame, you know what I'm saying, little dude, bless his heart, he was trying to be all strong with it, and then he was standing beside her, and they standing there, and remember, she was so smooth, she didn't have to wear a jersey, she just had it wrapped around her purse. I'm just like, all right, she trying to show off, right? So she trying to show the goods and everything, and then she kept throwing her hair back, trying to keep, trying to sneak looks, trying to look around, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. And then, oh boy, I remember at one part, he reached over, trying to grab her hand and stuff. I was like, oh, bro, she gone, bro. She gone, son. Like, she gone. She already gone, bro.
Yeah.
Might as well go ahead and just turn over. Just turn over. Man. Just let it go, man.
Turn over on the field.
She wants to trade. She demands a trade. She has demanded a trade, and she wants to be let go.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, she wanted to go into the portal.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't doing shit over here. I want to go to the portal. I'm out of here.
Bro. I'm like, and that's normal. Oh, gee, you remember when we was at the spot getting the jerseys, and you remember the chick walked in, and I think I remember I said, I hope that's not her man. I said the same thing again, and we was standing in a group right in front of the door in a circle. And then I seen her when she walked in. I just was like, oh, okay, mama look good. And then I seen her walking around, came in, and then they did something over there at the booth. And then when they walked out, they walked in between our whole group. I guess her dude was walking in front of her. Oh, it was her dude. Walked in front of her. And then as she passes through the group, she looked me dead in the face because you was standing beside me. She looked me dead in the face, and I was like, "Yo," I was like, "Okay, chill." I was like, "What's up?" And then I'm like, "Yo, is that her?" I was like, "Is that his girl?" I was like, "I hope that's not." I hope that's not his girl. And then on the way out, he kind of looked around and then wrapped her up by the neck and tried to put his arm around. I was like, "Nah, nah, it's over, bro." I was just like, "It's over, bro." Like, nah, she already gone, G. Like, you lost that one, G. I'm just trying to tell you, like, that's the difference.
Yeah, man. Well, like I said, man, it's we have a very unique group, and I'm definitely thankful for everything that Greeze you've done. Frustrated, because we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, and then
Here.
and then everything with
Yeah,
Charles.
absolutely.
He I don't think a lot of us would have been here if it wasn't for Charlie's videos, because I think he
Yeah, no
prompted a
question.
lot of brothers
No
to
doubt
go
about
and
it.
explore. And I know other brothers were traveling and whatnot, but Charles was the one that was cataloging it on YouTube in his infancy. He was like we say, the progenitors, and a lot of people are under Coach Grease's coaching tree. Charles is probably the biggest one, but there are others.
That's
And
Charles is a Hall of Famer.
Charles is a Hall of Famer.
Definitely.
And as things have evolved in the States, and the deterioration between black men and black women relationships, brothers are checking out, and they're letting other brothers know that there are better options, that you don't have to suffer in silence, that you don't have to sit and just go quietly, because that's part of your healing. You're moving someplace else where you're getting healed, and you letting everybody know that, hey, I can get healed over here. And you also saying you dealing with that toxicity over there. So black men, don't be afraid to clap back. You don't have to go out here and attack, but at the same time, if they hit you, then all bets are off.
Yeah, let your actions speak for you.
Exactly.
Get up, go down to the post office. Get up, go to the post office, fill out your paperwork.
But the thing, I don't understand how a lot of these females say things without backing it up and saying these Pookie and Ray Rays. And God bless them. If you're a Pookie and a Ray Ray, that don't mean you can't turn into a passport fella or a dude that just travel. But these women think that you think that dusty dudes is traveling. Do you know the money that you have to put out,
man,
to go travel?
Look.
You have to rationalize it. You have if you heard or you lost something good, you try to rationalize it where it doesn't hurt you. You don't feel it as much.
Right.
So they don't know E. They don't know you personally. They don't know G. They don't know Chris. They don't know D. They don't know Mo Better Brown. They don't know Grease personally. So just to put the attack on, they must be dusty dudes. They must not have nothing. They must not be worth nothing. With all honest truth, I'm who you're looking for. You say 6-figure dude and childless and got shit. Here I go, baby.
Right.
Yeah, I go. I can change your life either here. I can change your life here, or when I travel abroad. And I do understand the economic part of it, but I can let a little chick over there hit the lotto. She fucked she just hit the lotto.
Exactly right.
Right.
You know, Chris, I was next door, Chris, and you see my little chick out there. She knows she hit the lotto.
Yeah. You had a nice one. You had a nice one.
It still do. It still do. Nice
Right. Excuse me. You have a nice one. My apologies.
Yeah. Listen, I subscribe to the Muslims' belief of, when you need your ideal mate, is half your age plus 7.
Yes.
I just took off the 7. I just took
off the 7 too. I'm with you.
I got a different equation. I just go half my age.
Right.
Yeah. If she know what I'm about, she know she hit the lotto. She know who fucking Grease is.
But coach, not to put your business out of the street, she exhibited the wifely duties that you respected when you were down too. She did her thing, and she wasn't even here with you. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man. For being 5,000 miles away, getting face calls daily from her, checking on me, crying, "Come on, more, how are you feeling?" I was getting it every day from. So when I got back on my feet, I went out there and gave her a nice surprise and blessed her. It did some stuff, man. But we laughed because I told you I always constantly give quizzes. When she told me, "Baby, what we eating for breakfast?" I went out there and got a box of cornflakes and some milk. Came back. And when I bought the bags in, bringing the bag in, and she heard me come in the door, she looked at the box and saw the box and the cereal. She just went right in the cabinet and got the bowls out and poured mine and poured hers while I went there and washed my hand and sat down and kissed me on the cheek and ate the cornflakes. Didn't look at me and say, "I don't eat this shit. What the fuck is this?" Sat down there. Sat down there and just looked while I was eating my cereal, watching TV, kissed me on the cheek, and obrigado more, thank you, we eating. And that was it. Until I introduced her to the pancakes.
Yeah.
I was hoping you would bring that up. I was hoping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That pancake is a little different. They hit different, mama. So if you a boy, you want the pancake. So you know how I like to be woke up in the morning. So we go in there and hit the pancakes.
Yeah.
That's T-shirt worthy right there, Coach.
Yeah, pancakes. They say the pancakes hit different. So that's a little different ball game. But the experience of it, man, and like I said, I let Shorty go out there. They hit the lotto. They hit the lotto with any of us brothers that come out there. Because you look at the character of all of us in here, we're great, good brothers, individuals, no big arrest records and track records of being criminals and pants sagging off our ass and all that kind of shit, man. Other than the respectable brothers. So you can say what you want to say about me, but I know the brothers and the characters of the brothers that I travel with, because as I'm looking at this panel right now, all you brothers are in Frustrated 3. And you think I would just put anybody in my franchise that I didn't feel that was worthy of it, that would just that would tear it down, and somebody can come back and say, well, DJ is sex pedophile. We don't have none of that. We don't have none. So we got good standing brothers.
Yeah, or Steve Brown is really a white man impersonating a brother.
Translation. Sticks and stones, Negro. Sticks and stones.
Sticks and stones, Negro.
See, that's classic. That's classic Steve.
Oh man.
Yeah. If that's all we got to deal with, we good.
Yeah, we good. We need one. We got our token. We got our token.
Listen, Steve helps you out and get some trouble, man. Especially stateside. Say, Steve, man, I need a brother to articulate this for me, man.
Yeah, we get in trouble. We get in trouble over in Brazil. He said, "Excuse me, sir. I speak Negro. What do you say?"
How can I be of service here?
Right. He's our translator. Be quiet, Chris. Do you want to go to one of these places? You don't want it. Just let me handle this.
Man,
you got it.
Y'all Negroes is tripping.
Yo.
You're killing it, man. You're killing it.
You know what I will say? Go ahead, Coach.
No, I'm saying this is what you get, man.
Yeah, this is exactly what you get.
I appreciate the love today, man. But in all honesty, from E.G., the prayers back home and all that stuff, man, because when we lost Charles, and to show the characters of the brother refusing to let what he started go down the drain.
Oh,
and you can see leadership. You can see, that's why when it came to me, when I was thinking about it and I said leadership, I see how he stepped up. I see how G stepped up. I see how when he went down and the next trip, guys came in like, how can I be of help? What do you guys need me to do? And out of that, you're going to get somebody, man, that got great leadership skills, and it happened to be E. E was like, yo, we're going to do this, 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 we're going to do this. And when I see the young guys traveling, and that's what they miss out on, because a lot of them, man, come from different we all come from different backgrounds.
Right.
Some of them come from single moms and all that shit, and haven't been privy to see black men in leadership roles and how we lead and how you should lead, instead of just being free agents hopping on whatever hottest TikTok video or YouTube video. Some dude say, hey, look at us, and I'm going to go over there and be by myself. So a lot of them miss out and don't see this kind of stuff. So that's why I recommend, man, get with the group, man. If you can't live up to BMO standards, because we have high standards here, and you might have to, but get with a group, man, with some good leadership.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely that. We're not gonna steer you wrong. We're gonna lead you in the right direction. We're gonna get your questions answered, and if we don't know the answer, trust me, we got somebody in the group that does. You want to relocate, you want to buy real estate, you want to celebrate, BMO, we got it. Now I'm over here rapping.
Of course.
You got guys that we went out and reached out to prayers and other individuals like, yo, man, I need to do this. How do I do this? How do I do this? And even me being, been going for years, and there's some things that I overlooked that I had to go back and ask guys in the group. Hey man, how'd you get that? How'd you guys do that? Oh man, this is what you got to do. You got to do this. It's gonna take this much time, this much money, and then you can go get your account open. You can go do this. You can do that.
Yo, One thing I want to point out real quick that everybody mentioned here, Greeze. We all do this in the brotherhood. We give out information. We give out love freely. Give it back. Pay it forward. That's the most important thing too in this group. Unlike other people coming out the blue and be like, yo, how did you do this? Once that information is given to them, it stops there. Give it back, man. Pay it forward to other brothers as well. Don't keep it to yourself just to level up, man. If you're gonna level up, at least stretch your hand down and pick up the next man.
Facts. And that's what we're about, man. I mean, I'm not throwing shade at anybody, but for us, we had a mission statement that Charles started. He wanted to have a network group of black men that lived outside the matrix, that communicated with each other and wanted to build something together. And that's what we're doing. We're trying to build. No, we're not trying. We are building a network of black men throughout outside of the matrix that want to network and connect and build and want to be in traditional families and want to have that network and support and that camaraderie like we have here that's been on display tonight. And that's what we're offering. We don't turn anybody away, but everybody's not going to get in. But
listen, the roster always get cut down to 53, man.
Yeah, exactly.
And some of your play on the field will get you cut on the spot. And we had to deal with that.
Definitely.
And I apologize to him. I can't recall his name. But when he was on a different platform, he mentioned that and brought that up, that his behavior at that time wasn't conducive to be a part of this. And he, apologized and respect the fact that we had to, push him to the side because of that. But he showed respect to us for that.
Yes. Yeah, I do remember that individual. Yes. And like I said, that's a perfect example. You don't know what people are going through when they come to us, but we all know that a lot of times brothers have been traumatized, and we're here to tell you that it's okay. We're here to give you a pound, pat on the back, give you that embrace so that you can start the healing process. And like Coach said earlier, you got to get that passport. You got to remove yourself from the toxicity that is causing you all this drama. And that passport is going to be the first thing. And then after that, you need to get in the Facebook group, follow us on Instagram, find out when we're going to have one of our network events, be a part of BMO. We have the merchandise. I got to put this plug in. We have the merchandise. We have the T-shirts. I see a lot of people talking about the hats. The hats are a limited edition. You have to be on a BMO trip to receive a hat.
Right, you gotta get that's where you get your uniform.
You gotta get your uniform. And we do have an upcoming trip to Thailand, April 10th through the 23rd. So if brothers are interested in that, join the Facebook group and look on the announcements pages because it's coming up quick. We're about 61 days away.
Yeah. Gotta get. Yeah, I'm gonna be on that trip too, man. I gotta get with prayers because my brother's gonna be on that trip. And this is one thing I like about my brother. Has some medical issues, and prayers. He's just a jewel, man. And I talked to him about it. And he was like, "Oh shit, your brother wants to come? Yeah, your brother will be set up. Just tell him, give me a call, and we have him taken care of. No problem.
Yep.
No problem, man." So I was like, "Wow, man. Ralphie should be celebrated as well."
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The GM.
I'm sorry, but the GM needs to be celebrated as well, man.
Definitely. I tell him that all the time. Now you talking about moving silence? Yeah. But don't get him. But don't get him mad because he's gonna turn green.
Listen, that's one.
Yes,
dude,
he will.
Listen, that's one dude. If I ever pissed off, I would swallow my pride and apologize to him. That dude keep receipts on everybody. I don't know what he got on me, but that dude, it's like that. That man got receipts. He pulling out receipts. I will apologize to Ralphie right away if I ever find out that that we have an issue. No, we don't. No. I'm sorry, Ralphie. I'm sorry.
Yeah. BMO would be really crippled without the GM, man. I tell you.
Yeah. I was
real talk.
I think I just got back from there last time, and we hooked up, man. And he showed me some new spots to get something to eat. And you got to sit down with this dude, man, and chop it up with him because he's damn near knowledgeable on on shit 99.9% that's going on here in the world. Ralphie's knowledgeable on.
Yeah. I tell him all the time, bro. He got.
He's a computer. He's a computer, man.
Yeah. I said, bro, you have a photographic memory. You just don't know it.
Yeah, he's knowledgeable on all shit, man. And the classic one, man. I don't want to go too in depth on that, but from the one of your previous trips, he was. I heard he was in New York, so I stopped by Dave, went and picked him up. He was just went to go pick him up. I was like, "Yo, you in town?" He's like, "Yeah, let's go break bread." And that's one thing I like about the group too. Not to divert, but we just don't hang with each other when we travel, man. We got guys in there who do local meetups, but you in town? He's like, yeah, let me go get you. So, you coming through, Grease? I got something to tell you. And we went to this nice Thai restaurant, and Ralphie's kid, everybody in there. Let me tell you something about this dude. God, podcast. I was like, hey, Ralphie, you scared these Thai people, man. They don't know what's going on. I'm going to get E on the phone right now. I'm going to get E. Ralphie, we trying to make bread. We eat. An establishment. We can't go off like that. Okay, wait till we get in the car.
Look, Ralphie's a train, man. Once he gets started, you can't stop him, man.
No, man, just get out the way. The way.
Yeah.
And hoping they ain't for you, because he gonna bring it to you.
He coming for you.
Yeah, he coming for you.
Yeah, one way or the other, you're not gonna be able to run or hide, and he don't forget. He don't forget.
He don't forget. He keep receipts. So anytime Ralphie's like, agrees, I apologize, brother. That wasn't my intent.
Wasn't my intentions, man. I'm sorry.
Let me clean that up right away.
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah. And you know what, man? I found out that's a big joke, man. I had to laugh at it. I didn't even engage it. They were saying, somebody responded that, we go out there and we deal with women that don't speak no English, and we look to take advantage of them. And I said, you know how many brothers that go out there and when they find out they have a deficit in the language, come back and go learn how to speak Portuguese and learn how to speak Spanish, how to get involved in other languages. What the hell are you talking about? I see brothers, hey, what's the best app to learn this language? Because they're going to learn this shit. They're going to learn it.
I'm
going to learn this shit.
And I'm upset, man, when they was offering that shit to me, I didn't have the vision. Like, I don't need to speak no goddamn Spanish. We live in America. I don't need that shit. I was like Mo Better Brown. I don't need that shit. I live in America. Speak English, goddammit.
Speak the Queen's English. What are you, a barbarian?
I'm too busy trying to learn the SAT words and shit. I got time for this shit. You're in my country. Speak English.
But now, we conquered you for a reason. Yeah,
look at the download Babel and all the other shit, man. They take advantage of learn that language, man.
Yeah.
Learn that language. They speak to them. They communicate with them because they're interested.
Right.
They know that they're interested in them, man. So don't get caught up in hearing that garbage and thinking that guys that travel already know that's foolishness and don't entertain it.
Right.
But
right.
That's a false narrative they put out. Oh, you only deal with women that don't speak English. Well, shit, I go learn their language.
Yeah, learn the language.
Learn the language.
And they learn ours. Ours.
Exactly. They want to learn English.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of them. Yeah.
Yeah, and the shit ain't that hard. You get you somebody to learn 2-3 words a week. Shit. By the end of the month, you got 90 words and shit. I can communicate, goddammit. And the rest, I use body language. Because I've never been anywhere on the planet that can't get nothing to eat. I'm going to get something to eat.
That's
right. Right. One way, shape, or form, we going to eat.
I'm going to eat.
Right.
I'm going to get the necessities taken care of. But I don't give a fuck where I land at. I've been in airports and stuck in China and all kind of shit. I got something to eat, got something to drink. Trust me, I'm going to be all right.
Most definitely. Well, all right, gentlemen, we've been up here for almost damn near going on 2 hours. Damn. But time is definitely flying. And we're going to wrap this thing up. This is going to be the edition of BMO Radio for this week. I want to let everybody know I appreciate everybody watching on Facebook and on YouTube. And we all know next week is the Super Bowl, so we won't be on next Sunday, but we will be on the following Monday. We'll probably do it at a little earlier time and give people time to come in and whatnot. But at the same time, we're going to be here for you and look for new content. Like, subscribe, and share our content. We're in the goal to 1,000. Make sure you go and subscribe to Chris Strongart, my super producer, Jamel. Put the link in the chat.
Shout out to Jamel.
Yeah.
Jamel.
Yeah, Jamel around the world is
salute.
Yeah, Jamel
Salute.
around the world is the man with the master plan. He is definitely how do I want to say that? I want to be very respectful. Jamel is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
That dude has some of the most, I don't know.
You got talent.
His mind, the visions that he comes with, everything that you see on the stage, on the platform, Jamel came up with. Jamel runs our TikTok. He comes up with all the visions and all the stuff, and he's just a wonderful addition to the admin team. And I am so glad that he's a part of BMO because I would not want anybody else to have him. I'd be really
Yes.
upset if he left.
Yes. Yes.
And he
Yes,
does
indeed.
wonderful work, and
Facts.
he is definitely a testament to what we're all about. BMO.
And Jamel don't say too much, but when he do, it's funny and it makes a whole lot of sense.
On
Yes.
point.
It's
Yes.
impactful.
Yes, definitely. And he do give runway Negro a run for his money. So
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That New York swag, son.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to being with my light skinned brother out there in Thailand.
Yeah.
Because you know we're gonna get some new stories out of this shit here.
Yeah,
Oh,
man,
definitely,
bro, I
definitely.
can't.
Jamel, listen, I don't know if we the same shit. He might be a little lighter than me. He might got me. I'm looking forward to this shit, to this response.
Yeah.
And we going to 3 cities this time, man. It's gonna be something.
Yeah, it's gonna be something. But like I said, I appreciate everybody coming on tonight, and I want to give everybody a chance to say their final words, and then we're gonna sign off. So I tell you what, let's go with the man with the master plan, the articulator, Mr. Mocha Man. What do you got to say, Mocha?
Hey, man, I don't have a whole lot to say here, but Coach, you really represented us very well with Jason Whitlock. Was fascinating, and I couldn't be happier. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad to be a part of this.
Thank you, my brother.
All right. Let's see here. All right. Let's go to G. G, give us
man,
go ahead, man.
Yeah, man, I just love this group, man, and I just hope the viewers see just a little bit on how we communicate with each other, have a good time. This is a perfect example on how like-minded men get together and have a good time and respect each other, man. Because six black men half the time in America, they think we up to something.
Man,
Word.
you ain't
Exactly.
man,
Word.
you ain't never lied.
Never
You ain't
lied.
never lied. All right, man. I'm gonna drop you down.
Especially with D Brown, he'll call the police, like I said. They're up to no good.
All right, DJ. Give me your final thoughts.
Guys, nothing, man. Just like I said, like everyone else, echo everybody's sentiments. I'm just proud and blessed to be part of this brotherhood, man. It's hard to think 5 years ago, I was so jaded by talking to other brothers. I didn't trust brothers in the States, yet alone abroad. This group alone has changed my mindset, and I'm thankful for it, man. I look at it a whole lot different about being a black man and supporting my black brothers. This is the power of BMO, y'all.
All right. Appreciate that. I'm gonna drop you down. Chris Strongard. What do you got to say there, brother?
Hey, man, just salute to everybody, salute to BMO, you know what I mean? Salute to Coach, you know what I mean, for going up on Jason Whitlock's channel and representing. Like, that joint was crazy. Like, I thought it was, if somebody was capping, they was talking about, oh yeah, Coach is gonna be on Whitlock. I'm like, wait, what? Like, and then I see like you live on there talking to Whitlock. I was like, what? Like, to me, this whole thing about BMO and then travel community and all this stuff, everybody who's moving around, like, it's really taking off. It's really hitting escape velocity. Like I said, in the wake of Kevin Samuels, Passport Brothers Who Travel, is really taking the center stage, and now people are moving away from, you know, just, oh, these guys who travel, and now they're doing their history, now they're doing their research, now they're having to pull it back and realize that there is a beginning to this. There is something that started, you know what I mean, that a lot of these different groups came from, and the ideologies, and now everybody's starting to get up on Coach Greeze, Charles Tyler. Everybody is starting to get up on what's up on game and everything. So to me, I'm glad to be a part of the group. I'm glad that I found y'all. I'm glad y'all let me in. The camaraderie is on point. It's great, and I'm looking forward to being able to catch the next trip, man. For real.
Hey, man, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Greeze, what do you got to say, brother?
Listen, man. First and foremost, thank you to the brothers, man, and thank you to you, E, and Jay behind the scene as well. And let me just say, one of the I appreciate the statements and the sentiments, and guys, man, you represent well. I look good, and that's because what I have behind me. You guys make me look good. You guys are good brothers, man, and it's easy for me to look good when I have you guys behind me supporting me. So I appreciate the love, but I won't take it all because I owe a lot to BMO as well. And the brothers, especially right now. So it's not me alone. So I do have the mindset that anytime anybody requests an interview or something from me, that I keep in mind that I'm not just representing myself, and so I'm representing BMO, and I'm always represent BMO to the fullest. So I appreciate you guys, man. I love you, brothers. I look forward to chopping it up with y'all in Thailand and introducing Jay, my light-skinned brother, to this culture.
All right, coach. I'm gonna drop you down, and then I'm gonna say a couple words, and then we're gonna get the hell on up out of here.
Appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you, brother. So, gentlemen, that was the show tonight. First, I want to say I thank you for everyone that tuned in. You could have been any other place, any other channel, listen to any other conversation, but you were here tonight, and I thank you for that. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We're on the goal to 1,000. We're hoping to get there. We are going to get there by the end of February. Look out for new content that's coming our way. We're going to start showcasing some of the group trips that we have and pushing some more information out that's going to be useful for you as a traveler. And if you want to get in contact with us, we're on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. With that being said, y'all gentlemen, have a good night, and we'll see you out there traveling it up. Take care.
I don't know if y'all know it, but we're going to win. I don't know if you feel it, but we're going to win. I don't know if you can see it, but we're going to win. You got to understand we're going to win right now, not later. Right now. Everybody in here is a change agent. We could go down the line, and every last one of you have a story how you provoke change wherever you've been, in some form or fashion. It ain't no normal guys in here. Everybody's been through something, they come out of it, but you changed the game wherever you've been. Am I right or wrong? You just got to believe. I believe it. You got to believe it.